Hello everyone, hey, thanks for watching. Today I'm going to try to do a few more steps of getting the sink actually installed. One of the things that's been giving me a little bit of trouble is trying to figure out how I'm going to cut a hole in the side of the van for the water inlet, and I'm going to go over how I came to my decision. One of the cool things about doing everything yourself is you get to pick and choose what parts you want, but there's also a lot of parts out there. So initially I thought about this, and then when I got a hold of it, realized it's just this kind of cheap plastic. It's definitely made for trailers, but it is the standard here in the US for the size of the hose connections. And started looking at some of these other locking water caps. Both of these are out of China. They are kind of a European style too, but as you can see, the water hoses aren't the same size. Actually, this one's significantly smaller. This is about an inch internal diameter, and then this one comes and it's about 2 inches, which all my other hoses are set up for this American style. I also went around and started thinking about doing the water inlet for the city water. So I had one of these, and it seemed like probably the easiest to do would be this locking Valterra box. This one has both the water gravity feed and the water inlet for the city. It has a locking box and it has this little flap here that you can put a hose in. So I decided to go with this. Now I drew out the whole plan that initially I wanted to see if I could pull off doing one of these and then doing the water inlet for the city. So there's actually enough room that I could have cut the hole for the larger one and then for the smaller one. I even went so far as to buy the 85mm metal cutting bit, and then this one's a 38mm 1.5 inch cutting bit. And I kind of decided against that to go back with the box, because it's going to be relatively easy to cut a hole with the box, or for the box. And I made these templates on the inside to kind of sandwich it, and this is something very similar to how I did my fan. I was fully prepared to do it with the other ones. I got pretty good with my circle cutter on my router, and I was all set up to go with that. So this is going to give a little extra meat for the screws instead of just going straight through the sheet metal. Then it'll pull it nice and tight. And depending where and how the sheet metal is, it's going to flex just a little bit. So here's the layout. So at 25 1/8 of an inch from this seam, and then I measured it coming down 2 1/8 from the lip of the window, and this will be in a position right behind where I have my sink cabinet. And using these magnets to hold it up, and you'll see this is the inside here where I will cut that out, and I have that marked on the blue masking tape. So this will be about the position of where the box and the water inlets in the vent will come in underneath my sink. Okay, here's the final markup. Right there. That's where I'll drill my pilot hole, and I'm going to use a stepper bit to get to the size that I want. It's probably like 7/16, so I can actually get the blade for the saw in there. So pretty much no turning back now once I drill those holes. I'm going to take it to 7/16 so that I can maneuver the jigsaw blade through. Looks like the 3/8 is good enough. I can get the blade in. I can get it to where it needs to go. Okay, so those are my initial holes. Okay, so here I go. I got a brand new jigsaw blade. I set it for the mild steel soft metal. I've got this, the footer taped off with some masking tape. Hopefully it'll slide a little better on top of this masking tape. I think I'll go size bottom top. Okay, well there it is. Well, let's go ahead and see how it fits. Wow, pretty damn good for first try. Okay, I'm gonna drill the holes. See how well that worked. The next step is going to put the butyl tape in. I got to cut it, go ahead and apply it, and then actually didn't have any of that lap compound, but I'm just going to use this silicone. Gooped it up pretty good on the back side before placing that on the inside of the van and screwing her in. This butyl tape on. Basically, once this goes in, it's not coming. I don't intend on ever taking it out. Hopefully this thing lasts for a long time. If not, then I guess I can just order another one on Amazon. That was one of the key things that I was thinking about when I was searching for other water inlets, is if I get a weird European Chinese one, how am I going to get spare parts for it? So yeah, make sure I put it in the right side up. Okay, I'm going to put the silicone on the back side of this. Okay. So I got silicone all on the back of this. Okay. And I knew I was going to do that. Okay, well, now I got to clean that up. Okay. I'll try with this little clamp. I pulled the gravity water inlet out so I can actually get this on the back side. Put a little bit of pressure. See if I can clamp this in the just enough to hold it in place so I can run the screws into the bottom, and then I think from there we'll put the other screws in. Well, here's the finished product. There's a small little gap. It is filled up with the butyl tape here, some of it's kind of squeezing out a little bit. I think one of the things too is that there is a little bit of curve to the van, and I think that probably once the plastic kind of settles in just a little bit, it'll be okay. Hope I use the right key. So here we are, it's all set up. I just got to hook up everything on the inside. Here's the sink moved back into position, just checking to see how well the water inlet is going to work. So you can see my city water on the left side, and then on the right side is the gravity feed and the vent. So I just need to do a few more hookups and I will have a working sink. Thanks for watching. That was a lot of work today, but I'm glad I got it all done. If you got any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I'll see you next time.